Yeah, what's up, YouTube? We back with another episode of the Holy Season Podcast. I'm your host, Holy Designer, and on today's episode, I'm gonna just go ahead and let y'all know how I met Lil Baby. Yeah, the one and only. How I met Lil Baby, not Duh. Just to clarify, we talking about Atlanta right here. So yeah, how I met Lil Baby. Let's get right into it. So I met Lil Baby probably about 10, almost 10 years ago. It was 2017. Um, Before I get into it, I'm a fashion designer. I'm like an underground fashion designer, graphic designer, artist, visual artist, not recording. Um, from Covington, Georgia, but I do work for like YouTubers, rappers. Been doing it for a long time. So that's how I was able to meet Lil Baby. Obviously, was through some type of art. But yeah. So let's get right into it. Without further ado, all that. So it was 2017. I was at Georgia State. I was a student at Georgia State. It was the summer of 2017. Matter of fact, school was out for the summer, but I had an apartment well, it wasn't really on campus, but close to campus, called Capitol Homes, Capitol Gateway. If you're from Atlanta, you're familiar with that for sure. I was staying there. So when school was out, most of the students, left the dorms, went home and stuff. I'm still staying at Georgia State. I was working on campus as well. So I remember I went to work one day on campus. I go walking home about 7 o'clock p.m., something like that. And it was it's like a BP gas station, kind of like close to my apartment. So my coworkers, they attended Georgia State, but it was summer. Like I said, the dorms closed. Like nobody really staying there, so they were just commuting from home to work. So they were leaving work. We all leaving work. I go walking back to the apartment. They go driving off. I get a phone call. Like I'm almost pretty much close to my apartment. It's about a 10-minute walk from campus to my apartment. I'm probably about 7, 8 minutes into the walk. So I get a call. I answer the phone. Um, my coworker who just pulled off. He was like, "Hey, bro, I just passed the BP by your house, bro. Lil Baby out there shooting a music video. Da 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 da. All this." Like, what? He's like, "Yeah, bro, Lil Baby shooting a music video. Da 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 da." And y'all, at this time, I kid you not, Freestyle wasn't out yet. I think Baby only had My Dog and maybe that Southside. Maybe that one too. Maybe. But the video he was shooting was Narcos. You can look it up, Narcos music video. He shot it right there at one of the scenes at least. He probably had multiple scenes, but one of the scenes was right there at the bando next to the gas station. So my coworkers called me. They're like, "Bro, he over here." Da 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 da. I'm like, "Man, y'all sure that's him?" And they're like, "Yeah, bro, it's him for sure." Da da da. I'm like, "All right, man." So I go walking over to the gas station. I'm like, "All right, I'll go home in a second." I go walking over to the gas station. Walking. Finally get there, I walk up. I'm like, "Oh shoot, it was an entourage." It was an entourage of guys, I ain't gonna lie. They had a nice Mercedes and joint parked in the gas station parking lot. So I'm like, okay, the joint turn. I'm a fan of Lil Baby at the time. I was, you from home, bro. You just can't you turning up and you from home. Atlanta was the mecca at the time. So yeah, you another one of the guys. Yeah, I'm rocking with you for sure. So I go walking up. And he was, when I get up to like right up to the scene, like I'm looking at it, he over, doing his dance move. They got the camera on him, all this. And it was one of his homeboys. Like I walked up, his back was to me. And he looked like a solid kind of dude. So I just walked up to him. I was like, "Excuse me, bro. I'm a graphic designer. I go to Georgia State right here. I'm learning graphic design. You think I can speak to Baby whenever he get a chance?" He was like, "Yeah, bro, just give him a second. He doing his thing right now." But yeah, I got you. I was like, "Okay, appreciate it, bro." I was like, "Can I show you just it ain't no BS?" He was like, "Yeah, go ahead, show me, man." So, and mind you, I got my Georgia State uniform and all that on. I got some glasses on, man. I'm probably looking like a threat to these boys. So he's like, "Yeah, go ahead, show me." So I'm going through showing him, and the only rapper I had done some work for was Hood Rich Pablo. If y'all remember from my last video, and I was saying when I took him to art, I had initially drew those pictures on and put them on Twitter, and he reposted it. That's what I even said in the last video. So I showed him basically the drawings I did of Pablo and how he was retweeting it all. I was like, this my main claim to fame right now. Like, I done did some work for Hood Rich Pablo. I ain't done nothing else, just Pablo. He looking, all right, but you hard. Yeah, I see, da-da-da. So we get there chopping it up so long that I'm focused on talking to bro. Like, I wasn't even thinking about Lil Baby right there. So I just feel somebody come up and, like, we standing shoulder to shoulder, and I feel somebody, like, reach over us like this, one arm on their shoulder, one arm on my shoulder. And they like, what y'all looking at? What y'all looking at? I turned and looked, it was Lil Baby. And I'm just showing, so they just looking at my art. I was like, man, baby, this is my art. I'm a graphic designer at Georgia State, man. I'm just trying to get out there, if you ever need some work, let me know, bro. I do it on the house. I'm just trying to get me a little name, And he was like, man, I need some hard stuff. I need some hard. He went walking off. I was like, all right, cool, So, he came back, did his shoot or whatever. I guess they shot the final scene or whatever. And now the rest of his boys' entourage come over. I only remember out of these guys, I only remember one dude, his name was Tay. Short, not Dirty Tay. It was a short, dark-skinned dude named Tay. I want to say, if y'all go watch the freestyle music video, he was in that. So it was him. What was that guy name? I want to say the guy name was Tito, the dude that I walked up to originally. I think that was his name. And then, so I'm standing there chopping it up with Tito. And then once Baby got done shooting, all his entourage just kind of stood around me and my coworkers. Like, they were just standing there chopping it with us. I was really surprised, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, we get to talking or whatever. And pretty brief. I told them stay in touch, all that. And then they ended up just getting up out of there. We stood and talked at the gas station for a second. They got up out of there and they left. My coworkers, we all went back to my apartment right quick. We were just standing outside. We were just so excited, like, yo, we just met Lil Baby. Da-da-da-da. We just met Baby. We just da-da-da-da, all this. But we kept our composure while we were there, So, yeah, that was cool. That was really how I met Lil Baby. But I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all a little more, because that wasn't really a story. So I met him right then, right? And then, so when I met him, I didn't have any ammo. I told y'all that. Like, I didn't have any ammo. Like, dang, bro, only person I did some work for was Blow. So, had to go get my resume right. So, I'm going to explain. So, about a year later, almost, that was probably like June, July, April 2018. That's when I came back to Baby. And I did some work. Now, I got some work, I got some stuff going on. So, when I met Lil Baby, I hadn't met Pablo yet. All I did was drew the stuff for Pablo, put it on Twitter, Pablo reposting it at the time. So I met Baby in the summer, met Pablo that winter. April of the next year, April 2018, that was when I came back to Baby through my boy DC, Boss DC. You know what I'm saying? My boy Boss DC had really put me in the game with Baby. I'm trying to remember, how did that go? Oh, so April of 2018, or almost a year later, Boss DC hit me up. Yo, bruh, come out here, bro. We got Baby pulling up. We got a show with Baby tonight. I'm like, or not tonight, but probably like, 2 weeks? He used to call like 2 weeks in advance. Like, we got a show with Baby in 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go I used to take the bus, the plane, all that, set up my joint. I get out there. And, and he used to do that often. I done been around Baby a lot. Like, out of all the guys I've been around Lil Baby the most. I got the most pictures, clips, little videos with him, for real. And, so yeah, man. He hit me like, 2 weeks, be ready. Go ahead, set up on my flight, all that stuff. He used to let me just stay at his spot, so I ain't had to get a hotel. I go out there, 2018. Yeah, man, we get to the show. I'm trying to remember how that whole night went, bro. This is so long ago, man. It's crazy. At the time, I would have thought, like, I'm never going to forget it. Dang, bro, let me think. So we got there, was it at Bliss? I want to say we were at Bliss in Washington, D.C. Anyway, we went in, all that. Yeah, it was Bliss. It was Bliss. We went in. Lil Baby rocked the show. Oh, I draw to y'all know, so I took Blow the Art. I took Baby the Art to D.C. Hopped on the bus with the joint, with the picture wrapped up and all that. Hopped on the bus. Went out to D.C. Went to the show with him. You know, and then at the end of the show, after you get done turning up and all that, we walk out. My boy Boss DC walk up to, hey baby, my boy wanna get a picture with you. He got some art for you. Like, come on, E. So I walk up, I hand Baby the drawing. I hand Baby the drawing. And Baby looking at it and like, all right, okay. And I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm from home, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm from home. Rock with me, bro. You ever need? Alright, telling him the same thing I'm telling all these rappers, bro. We from home, bro. Like, look out. You know what I'm saying? You need it. I got you on the house. Just get my name out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he's like, all right, you know. And so we ended up getting a picture together. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and that's that right there. That's Young Holy Designer. You know, that's me with the glasses and the low haircut and all that. Posted up with Baby. The picture that he has in his hand, that's my drawing. I drew that picture of him, printed out, put it together, all that, shrink wrapped it, all that, gave it to him. We posted up. You see he 4PF, the chains on. I didn't even have any chains at the time, man. I had one chain, boy. Tennis. Man. But yeah, man, so. Yeah, man. That's crazy right there, just looking at this. But yeah, and I'm gonna put the picture up big. I'll throw some clips in here too so y'all know I was really in the building. For y'all for live, y'all wanna see, man. Yeah, that's so basically, yeah, y'all know, man, I came back around. I wasn't prepared that first go around, like I said, but I came back around. Boy, it gave me a year. I had bossed up, you know what I'm saying? I had got in there with I'm gonna just show you a little sneak peek. The real ones know, Atlanta know, you know. So yeah, I had got in there with a couple other guys. Shout out Valley Baby, the old one, the girl, the you know, the girl rapper from back in the day. Definitely was with Valley. Shout out Valley, salute Valley. Yeah, I had got around a couple guys after that, so I was able to build my resume back up, come back, hit them strong, like, hey bro, check me out now. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I met Lil Baby. That's how I met Lil Baby story. Now this is just meeting them. That's it. How I met them the first time. You feel me? If y'all want more in-depth stories, more, hey bro, how was it when you went to the club with Baby? What was Baby like in the club? What was in the club? Rollo, Hood Rich Pablo, any of them. I've been in the club with these boys, the studio. Shoot, where else we been? The mall. So yeah, just leave all this stuff in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. I'll keep dropping these, man. I got a lot of old memories, man. A lot of old Atlanta memories. That's crazy. I'm a Covington boy, but I'm kind of a little bit like a part of the history in certain aspects of Atlanta. I won't say a part of it, but I was there to witness it, to give these accounts, let y'all know the behind the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, any questions y'all want to know, you know, just put them in the comments, man. It's holy season. We're here to chop it up, expand, network, be the best. We're going to take over. Y'all know what's going on, man. It's the real one. Holy Season podcast thing. Check it out. Gone. You already know, look at that, Lil Baby. Lil Baby, you already know what the fuck we talking about, baby. Oh yeah, that way, keep flexing way. Yeah, you already know what the fuck we on that way.